Please see this, sir. First write down the heading. Distance of a line. Distance of a line. Suppose I have a line. I will call that line as ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I want to find the distance of this line from the point. Let me take some random point x1 comma y1. Distance of a line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 from the point x1 comma y1. That means there is a straight line here. This straight line is represented by ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. I have a point here. I will call this point as x1 comma y1. I want to find the distance of the line from the point x1 comma y1. This distance I will call it as d. Perpendicular distance I will call it as d. I will not give you the proof of this. Anyway, proof is not that important. That perpendicular distance of the line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 from the point x1 comma y1 is given by the notation d is equal to ax1 plus by1 plus c. That means in place of x and y, substitute this point x1 comma y1 divided by square root of a square plus b square. That perpendicular distance of the line from the point x1 comma y1 is given by the notation modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root of a square plus b square. Now see here, sir. We will solve some question. We will solve a question based on this. Suppose your question is find the distance. Find the distance of the line. Find the distance of a line. There is a line equation which is given 4x plus 3y plus 13 is equal to 0 from a point. Find the distance of a line 4x plus 3y plus 13 is equal to 0 from a point 4 comma 3. What is the distance that they are asking? So the distance is given by modulus of ax1. That means in place of x and y, substitute 4 and 3. It is 4 into 4 plus 3 into 3 plus 13 divided by square root of a square plus b square. A value is 4, b value is 3. 4 square plus 3 square is 16 plus 9, 25. So this is nothing but 38 divided by 5. Distance is 7.6. Distance is 7.6 units. Now this is the distance of a line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 from a point x1 comma y1. Suppose I want to find the distance of a line. I want to find the distance of a line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 from origin, right? Suppose I want to find it from origin. Instead of finding it from some random point called as x1 comma y1, I want to find it from a fixed point called as origin, which is 0 comma 0. That means, can I say that origin is 0 comma 0, substitute x value 0, it becomes a into 0, y value 0, b into 0, plus c is equal to 0. That means the only value which is left out is c. So distance is it is ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root of a square plus b square. This is from some random point x1 comma y1. x1 and y1, if I put it as 0, then it becomes this is 0, this is 0. It is modulus of c divided by root of a square plus b square. Distance of a point, distance of a line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 from origin is given by c divided by root of a square plus b square under the modulus. Suppose one example again for this particular question. Find the distance. Find the distance of a line. Find the distance of a line 3x plus 4y plus 30. Find the distance of a line 3x plus 4y plus 30 is equal to 0 from origin. If I want to find it from origin, this is equal to d is equal to under modulus of c divided by c is nothing but 30 divided by root of 3 square plus 4 square, a square plus b square. So it is 30 divided by 5. What should be the distance? The distance should be 6. I hope you are able to understand the concept behind this. Distance of a line You take any line of your choice. I will name that line as ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. From that particular line, from any particular point x1 comma y1, it is given by ax1 plus by1 plus c divided by root of a square plus b square, that is the distance under modulus. But if I want to find the distance of that particular line from origin 0 comma 0, then x and y coordinates will become 0, and thereby you will only be left with under modulus of c divided by root of a square plus b square. Right, now this is the distance. Whatever we have discussed till now is nothing but the distance of a line from a point. Right, the distance of a line from one point is what we have discussed till now. Suppose for example I want to find the distance between two parallel lines. I want to find the distance between two parallel lines. Listen to this carefully, sir. Distance between two parallel lines is what I want to find, for example. Now, can I say that if the two lines are parallel, I am sure you understood it when I taught it for parallel and perpendicular lines. If two lines are parallel, x coefficient will be same for both the equations. That means if first equation is ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0, second equation also x coefficient will be a only, y coefficient will be b only. Only the coefficient of only the constant will change for parallel line. That means if two lines are parallel, x coefficient for both the lines will be same, y coefficient for both the lines will be same, only the constants will differ. That means can I say that if I put a coordinate axis, for example, if I put a coordinate axis, suppose this is one of the line which is ax plus by plus c1 equal to 0. This is another line where it is ax plus by plus c2 equal to 0. Suppose for example this is origin, right? This is origin. I am talking the distance from origin, sir. I am not talking from any other random point. I am taking the distance from origin. Now, suppose for example, if I take the distance from origin for this line, I will call it as d1. If I take the distance of origin for this particular line, if I take the distance of origin for this particular line, I will call it as d2. I will call it as d2. This value I will call it as d2. So d is nothing but the distance between the parallel lines. D is given by the notation d1 minus d2. Please understand, sir, I have probably not written that clearly at this point because all are of same color. From origin till this line, the distance I will call it as d2. This distance I am calling it as d2. The other distance from origin till this line, I will call it as d1. So d is nothing but the distance between two parallel lines. The distance between two parallel lines is given by the notation d is equal to d1 minus d2. From this entire d1, from origin till this point, if I remove from origin till this point d2, I will be getting the value of the d value, that is nothing but distance between two parallel lines. So can I say that d is nothing but modulus of d1 minus d2 or modulus of d2 minus d1, whichever the distance is bigger, right? Whichever the distance is bigger, whatever it is, sir. So d will be equal to d2 minus d1 means it is c2 minus c1 divided by root of a square plus b square, because distance from a point origin to the line is it is given by the notation c divided by root of a square plus b square. Because it is 2 times here with a difference of sign, I have put it as c2 minus c1 divided by root of a square minus plus b square. Do not worry whether c2 should come first or c1 should come first. It depends on which distance is greater. So it is anyway modulus sign. Now one question based on this for your understanding. This is your original SSC 2012 question. Now see here, sir. The questions, as I have said earlier, they are damn easy. The question is find the distance between two lines. Find the distance between two lines. First line equation is 3x plus 4y plus 13 is equal to 0, and second line equation is 3x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0. The topic what we have discussed here is distance between two parallel lines. but in the question they have not mentioned anything as parallel. They don't need to mention, because can I say that x coefficient in both the equations is same, y coefficient in both the equations is same, constant values in both the equations are different. Definitely they are nothing but parallel lines. So distance is nothing but C1 minus C2 or C2 minus C1. It is 13 minus of minus 12 divided by root of a square plus b square. It is 3 square plus 4 square. So it is 25 divided by 5. Distance between these two parallel lines is how much? It should be 5. I believe that we have discussed 3 things till this point of a time. First thing is distance of a line ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 from any random point x1 comma y1. Distance of a line from it is not from any random point this time. The second case is it is from distance of a line from a fixed point called as 0 comma 0, which is our home, which is the origin. And the third thing is, instead of finding the distance of a line with a point, let us find the distance between two parallel lines. It is given by the notation modulus of C1 minus C2 divided by root of a square plus b square. Each and every concept, one question for your better understanding. I hope the idea till this point is very clear for you people. Next concept is foot of the perpendicular. How to find the coordinates of foot of the perpendicular? Let me explain you this concept with a question so that it will be easier for you to understand. Suppose your question is, find the foot of the perpendicular. Find the foot of the perpendicular of a point. Find the foot of the perpendicular of a point 2, 3 to the line. Find the foot of the perpendicular of a point 2, 3 to the line x plus y minus 11 is equal to 0. To the line x plus y minus 11 is equal to 0. Let us understand the question. There is a straight line called as x plus y minus 11 is equal to 0 or x plus y is equal to 11. I will draw a perpendicular. Find the foot of the perpendicular of a point. This point is 2, 3. From 2, 3, I will draw a perpendicular onto this straight line, and this is because it is perpendicular, it is with 90 degrees angle. I want to find the coordinates of this foot of the perpendicular. I will name this perpendicular foot as h comma k. You can name it any other variables also, whichever you like, m comma n, a comma b, or whatever you want. I just named it as h comma k. Now see here, sir, I am interested in finding h and k values in this particular question. Now listen to this carefully. Let me draw the diagram in the next screen once again for your understanding, so that I will have little space also to work out with. This is h comma k. The equation of this line is x plus y is equal to 11, and this point is nothing but 2, 3. Now think little logically. I have told it many times for you people. This point h comma k, it lies on the line x plus y is equal to 11. That means the point h comma k satisfy that line x plus y is equal to 11, or in other language, wherever you have x in the equation of line, substitute as h. Wherever you have y, substitute as k. That means x plus y equal to 11 becomes h plus k is equal to 11. This is my one of the equation which I need it for further use. Now can I also think like this? I know that the slope of this is that perpendicular angle. That means these two are perpendicular lines. Slope of perpendicular lines, it is nothing but -1. Product of slopes, product of two perpendicular lines, product of slopes of two perpendicular lines is -1. That means suppose for example, if I call this as A, if I call this as B, if I call this as D, if I call this as DC, that means can I say that slope of AB into slope of CD, it is definitely equal to -1. Now first let us find the slope of that perpendicular line AB. slope of perpendicular line AB. How to find the slope? There are 2 points which are there. I'm sure that you are aware of this. Slope can be found as y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So first point is 2 comma 3 x1 y1. Second point is h comma k x2 y2. So if I substitute, it becomes k minus 3 divided by h minus 2. This is the slope of the perpendicular AB. Similarly, how to find the slope of line CD? How to find the slope of line CD? Slope of line CD is nothing but equal to, so CD line, what is the line CD? It is y is equal to mx plus c. The line is x plus y is equal to 11, or in other words it is y is equal to minus x plus 11. That means the slope of line CD, I will call it as m2. Slope of perpendicular AB, I will call it as m1. So this is y is equal to m value is minus 1. Now I know that product of m1 and m2 is equal to minus 1. That means k minus 3 divided by h minus 2, product with m2 is minus 1, right hand side is also minus 1, minus 1 cancels with minus 1, so you are left with k minus 3 divided by h minus 2 is equal to 1. K minus 3 is equal to h minus 2, or h minus k is equal to minus 1. Now I have this as my second equation. H plus k is equal to 11 according to equation 1. H minus k is equal to minus 1 according to equation 2. Solving equations 1 and 2. Solving equations 1 and 2. These are two simultaneous equations. I will get h value, I will get k value. H value is 5, k value is 6. That means foot of the perpendicular is nothing but 5 comma 6 from a point which is dropped from 2 comma 3 onto the line x plus y is equal to 11. I hope that you are very clear with this logic. Foot of the perpendicular concept, I am trying to explain you through a problem itself, so that you will not fumble or you will not struggle in understanding the concept of these problems. Product of slopes is minus 1. From there we can easily find the slope of each and individual lines, and then we can multiply to get it as minus 1, get the individual values of h and k. I hope it is clear for you people, sir. Now let us move on to a very important topic in coordinate geometry: reflection or image. Both are one and the same. Reflection or image, extremely important topic in coordinate geometry. Listen to this carefully, sir. Good number of questions has come in SSC examination from this particular concept. Extremely important. Listen to this carefully. Now if I take the same explanation of my previous problem, suppose this is the coordinate axis, right? This is the coordinate axis. Now what was the previous problem? My previous problem says there is a point called as 2 comma 3, right? There is a point called as 2 comma 3. I will draw a perpendicular onto some line. I will call that line as x plus y is equal to 11. Let me take the same previous problem for your better understanding. X plus y is equal to 11. That means onto that particular line called as x plus y is equal to 11, from a point called as 2 comma 3, I am dropping a perpendicular, and that perpendicular will have a foot, right? Feet. That foot of the perpendicular I want to find, and that foot of the perpendicular from the previous problem, how much I got it, sir? H value is 5, k value is 6. I got the foot of the perpendicular as 5 comma 6. Now listen to this carefully, sir. Everyone please listen to this carefully. What is the meaning, or what is the definition, or what is the meaning of reflection or image? Listen to this carefully. Now can I say like this? Suppose I want to find the reflection or the image of this point 2 comma 3. I want to find the reflection of 2 comma 3 or the image of 2 comma 3 with respect to this line x plus y is equal to 11. Now listen to this carefully, sir. Can I say that this I will call it as my mirage, right? Mirror. Suppose assume that I will assume this as my mirror, right? I will assume this as my mirror. Now, if this is acting as my mirror, now think logically. I want to find the reflection. That means if you as a person, if you stand in front of a mirror, however the way you act it in a real world, the mirror world also will show you the same image, or the mirror world also will show you the same way however you acted. That means the way you acted, the speed at which you are acting, everything remains the same when you stand in front of a mirror world. That means, can I say that from this point called as 5, 6, how much ever distance is there, from 5, 6 till the point 2, 3, if the same distance is there from 5, 6 till this point, then this particular point is called the reflection or the image. Again and again I am repeating, sir, because it is extremely important for you to understand this before we solve the problem. That means I am standing at this position called as 5, 6. The distance between 5, 6 and the original number or the original point 2, 3, how much ever distance is there, if from 5, 6 you travel in the opposite direction for the same distance, then whatever the meeting point you will get, whatever the point you will be there, that point is called the mirror image of 2, 3 or the reflection of 2, 3. In simple language, from 5, 6 you started traveling for 10 kilometers upward, and after traveling for 10 kilometers you met a point called as 2, 3. The same 10 kilometer from the same point 5, 6, if you travel the same 10 kilometers, you will meet some other point downwards, right, sir? The same 10 kilometers, if you travel from the point 5, 6 downwards, you will meet some other point. That some other point is nothing but called as the reflection or the image of that original point called as 2, 3. I hope you are able to understand the concept of reflection or image. Let us solve problem. Do not worry about problems. First, let us understand the concept. Once you are clear with concept, problem is never a difficulty, sir. I hope the idea is clear. The main agenda or the main idea in this concept is this distance should be equal to this distance from a fixed point called as 5, 6 in this example. You can take any other fixed point. I am just taking 5, 6 as an example. Now, listen to this carefully, sir. Everyone, please listen to this carefully. Again, I will create a question. And that question, whatever I am creating right now, is again having the same equation, same point. From the same equation and same points, we will solve a beautiful question one more time, so that you will understand how beautifully you can understand the concept of reflection or an image. Now see here, sir, before writing the question or before drafting the question, because the distance from 5, 6 upward and downward should be same, this 5, 6, can I say that it will act as the midpoint? Right, 5, 6 will act as the midpoint because the distance upward and downward of 5, 6 both are nothing but the same. Now see here, let me write a question for you. Your question is, this is a very easy question. Question is, find the reflection or image. Any one terminology they will mention in the examination, not both the terminologies. I am just writing for your understanding. Find the reflection or image of a point 2, 3, of a point 2, 3 to the line, of a point 2, 3 to the line x plus y minus 11 is equal to 0. That means while explaining you the concept here, in this concept I told that this is the point which is called as reflection. Now I am putting it as a problem sake and making it as a problem and telling you what is that point. I hope you are understanding, sir. Now see here, that means there is a coordinate axis. There is a point called as 2, 3 here, and if we find this coordinate foot of the perpendicular, So this is a perpendicular. The foot of the perpendicular will be 5 comma 6, which we already found out in our previous problem. Now this 5 comma 6, it becomes the midpoint. Why it becomes the midpoint? Because of the simple reason that this 2 comma 3, from 5 comma 6 to 2 comma 3, how much ever distance is there, travel the same distance downward toward this line. Toward this line, x plus y is equal to 11, and you should call this x plus y is equal to 11 line as the mirror image. And if you call it as a mirror, now you will meet some point here. That point I will call it as x comma y. I don't know that value, right? That point I will call it as x comma y, because the distance from 5 comma 6 upward and downward remains the same. The 5 comma 6 will act as midpoint. Now think little logically. We know the midpoint theorem already. That means, can I say that if there are 2 points, first point is x1 comma y1, second point is x2 comma y2, this will act as my midpoint. Midpoint is given by, we already had the proof also, x1 plus x2 by 2 comma y1 plus y2 by 2. Now that means that, can I say that, so first coordinate, x1 value is 2, x2 value is x, right? X2 value is x, so it is 2 plus something divided by 2 comma y1 value is 3, y1 value is 3 plus y2 value I don't know, that is also something divided by 2. This should give me the midpoint as how much? The midpoint should be 5 comma 6. Now think little logically, 2 plus which number? When I divide by 2, I will get it as 5. Which number when divided by 2 is 5, sir? It is 10 by 2 only is 5, right? This entire value should be 10. Numerator should be 10. 10 by 2 only should be 5. That means numerator should be 10, means 2 plus which number will give you 10? 2 plus 8 will give you 10. First x coordinate is 8. This similarly, this entire value should be 6. And 3 plus which number will give you, divided by 2 will give you 6, or in simple language, which number when divided by 2 will give you 6? 12 divided by 2 is 6, but that means numerator should be 12. 3 plus which number will give you 12? 3 plus 9 is only 12. Y coordinate is 9. Answer is 8 comma 9. Very easy, sir. This is a very easy question for you to explain, or for me to explain, and for you to understand the definition of reflection or the definition of an image. I hope the idea is clear. This question will not come in your examination, has not come in your examination in the past also, but for you to understand the examination questions which I will be solving in the next few minutes, this question plays a very major role. I hope the idea is very clear for you people. Now please see here, let us solve a virginal SSC question. Listen to the question carefully, sir. Your question is, find the reflection of a point. Find the reflection of a point. Find the reflection of a point 3 comma minus 4. Find the reflection of a point 3 comma minus 4 in y axis. Find the reflection of a point 3 comma minus 4 in y axis. Now see here, I am drawing the coordinate axis. This is plus x axis, this is plus y axis, this is minus x axis, this is minus y axis. Listen to this carefully, sir. The questions will be like this, very simple, and the solution also will be very damn easy, sir. Find the reflection of a point 3 comma minus 4 in y axis. First of all, let me draw this 3 comma minus 4. X value is 3. Y value is minus 4. This is nothing but 3 comma minus 4. This point is called as 3 comma minus 4. That means the meaning of 3 comma minus 4 is from here to here it is 3 units. From here to here it is 4 units to the negative direction of y axis. Now this point whatever I have mentioned here, I want to find the reflection of this in y-axis. That means y-axis is nothing but this line, whatever I am marking right now. Reflection through y-axis, that means this y-axis, it will act as a mirror. It will act as a mirror for you. Now for this, you are this position, you are actually 3 comma minus 4. You are standing at a point called as 3 comma minus 4. This y-axis is the mirror for you. And what is the other side of the mirror? What is the coordinate is the question, sir. Very simple. Do not make it complicated. Now see here. Can I say that? I already told you that. From the mirror, whatever the distance is there from the mirror towards one direction, toward the other direction also same distance should be there. That means from this mirror there is a distance of 3 units to the point. From the mirror there should be a distance of 3 units from this to get the point again. That means can I say that this value is also positive, this value is also 3 units, but it is negative x-axis, so the coordinate of x is negative 3. It is not plus 3, it is minus 3. Now y value, what is y coordinate? From here to here it is 4 units. From here to here also it is the same 4 units, right? Will the 4 units change? Y value will not change. Y is still 4 only, but y is in the negative direction again. Here also y is in the negative direction. That means coordinate is 3 minus 3 comma minus 4. The reflection of 3 comma minus 4 is nothing but minus 3 comma minus 4. Very, very simple, sir. Don't think that you should just change the sign of x coordinate, you will get the answer. That is not true always. In this question it just happened like that. Do not think every time it is the same thing, right? Answer is minus 3 comma minus 4. Again and again I am saying, sir, whichever the axis they are giving you, make that particular axis or make that particular line as the mirror, and look through that mirror. You are this person, this is you, and you are actually looking in through the mirror and you want to find your image. This will be the image position. That is the meaning of it. Simple way of understanding. Don't complicate and waste your time also, sir. I hope the idea is clear. Let me solve another original SSC question for you so that it will be clear for you once again. Suppose your question is find the reflection or image. Both are one and the same, sir. Do not get confused with the terminologies. Find the reflection of a point. Find the reflection of a point 5 comma minus 2. Find the reflection of a point 5 comma minus 2 in the line y is equal to 3. Now there is a line called as y is equal to 3. Y is equal to 3 is nothing but x coordinate is not there. That means y is equal to 3 only means that y is equal to 3 only means that that is a line which is parallel to x-axis. Y is equal to constant is a line parallel to x-axis. X is equal to constant is a line parallel to y-axis. Anyway, I will come back to that point. Do not worry. First, let me draw the coordinate axis. Now, this is the coordinate axis for you. Now, see here, sir. Think little logically. Find the reflection of a point 5 comma minus 2. First, let me represent this is 5. This is minus 2. So 5 comma minus 2 is somewhere here. This point is nothing but 5 comma minus 2. Now there is a line called as y is equal to 3. This is my origin. This is origin 0 comma 0. This is y is 1. This is y2. This is y3. That means y is equal to 3 means this is a line. Y is equal to 3 means exactly it means that x coordinate is 0 and y is equal to 3 also means that from origin y coordinate value is 3 and it is a line parallel to x-axis. That means this distance is nothing but 3, or in other language this distance is also nothing but 3. Now think little logically, we will get back the answer, sir. There is no too much difficulty in learning all these concepts. You will get back the answer very easily. Now see here, this is the person whom you are. This is nothing but you, and they have given a line called as y is equal to 3. This is a line called as y is equal to 3. This is my mirror. I hope you are understanding. This is my mirror. You are standing at this point and you are looking into a mirror, and your image will come at somewhere at this point. And what is the coordinate of that point is the question. Simple, right? Now see here, I told you that from the line y is equal to 3, how much ever distance this point is there, the same distance this point should also be there. That means from here to here it is 3 units. From here to here it is 2 units downwards. Totally it is 5 units. That means from here to here again it is positive 5 x-axis. So it is 5 units. This also is 5 units. That means from y is equal to 3, if you come down 5 units, you will get that point. You will get that point. Similarly, from y is equal to 3 line only, go 5 units above. Go 5 units above, you will get that point. That means this distance is also 5 units. I hope you are understanding. But the coordinates will always be represented from the origin line or the coordinate axis. That means from this line you should consider how much distance. So this is 5, this is 3. So total y distance is 8. But this point, is there any difference with the distance of x units? No, x is 5 here. X here also should be 5 only, right sir? Is there any difference for x value? No. Answer is 5, 8. Where is the difficulty, sir? Where is the difficulty? It's a very easy concept. I am only telling you that. Let me draw or let me teach you with a different color. This coordinates, whatever the coordinates you will write, this coordinate should always be with respect to the coordinate axis. This coordinate axis only should be the reference to write the coordinates. And to tell that the distance from one line, one point to other point is the same. That means y is equal to 3, the line which is given. From y is equal to 3, here you have travelled 5 units downwards. The same 5 units upwards should be travelled. Then only it is a concept of reflection. Now this is this point. Y coordinate from this coordinate axis is 3 units here, 5 units here. That is what I wrote 8. X coordinate is 5. Same 5 only, x coordinate will remain. Answer is 5, 8. Always the coordinate axis should be x coordinate, y coordinate. Don't worry sir, let us solve another question. Let us solve another question. It is always recommended to keep solving more number of questions, especially the important questions, so that our students will not struggle in solving in your examinations. See here, another question. Find the reflection of a point. Find the reflection of a point 3, 4 in the line x is equal to -2. In the line x is equal to -2. This is my coordinate axis. This is my origin home 0, 0. 3, 4. X value is 3, y value is 4. I can say that it is somewhere here. 3, 4 I can represent somewhere here. Now in the line x is equal to -2, x is equal to -1, x is equal to -2. X is equal to -2 is a straight line which is parallel to y axis. Now this is a straight line which is nothing but x is equal to -2. So this is the point. This is nothing but you. This is nothing but you in the real world, and this is your mirror. This is your mirror, and you are standing at a point called as 3, 4. You are looking into a mirror. Somewhere at this point you should get your image, right? Somewhere at this point, mirror image you should get at this point. What is the coordinate of this point is the question. I believe you are able to understand. Now see here, same logic sir, no change in the approach. First of all, 3, 4 is nothing but from here to here, there is a distance of 3. From here to here, there is a distance of 4. That is the meaning of it. Now, from here to here, if it is 4 units, from here to here also, this will be 4 units. Because the y value is the same. The height here and the height here is the same. That means you already got to know one of the coordinates out of 2 coordinates that you need to find. The second coordinate is y value is 4 and y is positive in the second axis, in the second quadrant. So it is plus 4. Now think little logically. Out of 4 options or how many options which is given, if only one option is there where it is 4 as the second coordinate, then mark it. You don't even have to find x value. But if there are more than one option where 4 is the second coordinate, now let us calculate it. Now think little logically, sir. X is equal to minus 2 is what it is. That means from origin, this distance is 2 units, right? This distance is 2 units. Or in other language, I can also say that this distance is 2 units. That means from your actual position, mirror is 5 units away. From your actual position, mirror is 5 units away. Similarly, from your mirror position, mirror should be 5 units away. That means from here to here if it is 5, from here to here also it should be 5. But x coordinate of a point is always through the coordinate axis. That means this is 2 units, this is 5 units. Total should be 7 units. Answer is 7, 4. But people in a hurry will mark it as 7, 4, which is incorrect for the only simple reason that in the second quadrant x value is negative. Answer is minus 7, 4. I hope now it should be very clear, sir. You should never find it difficult in solving questions on reflection after listening to first 2 or 3 problems. How many hours we have solved till now? Do not worry, we will take another few problems. See here, sir, another question. Find the reflection of point P 5, 3 when x is equal to 2. When x is equal to 2. Coordinate axis, let me draw first. This is my home called as origin. Point P is 5, 3. 5 units here, 3 units here. So it is somewhere at this point. This is nothing but point P 5, 3. X is equal to 2. That means x value is 1, x value is 2. This is x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 is nothing but a straight line which is parallel to y axis. So this is, it is parallel to y axis. So this is a line called as x is equal to 2. I will name this as my mirror. That means this is my actual position. This is me in my real world. This is the mirror and I want to find the image of me. That means I will be somewhere located here, right? I will be somewhere located here. Now think little logically. What are the coordinates of this point? First of all, 5, 3 means from here to here there is a distance of 5 units. Or in other language, from here to here there is a distance of 5 units. Similarly, 3 units means from here to here there is a distance of 3 units. Or this is nothing but 3 units. That means whatever the points which I am finding, y coordinate is already fixed for me as 3. I don't need to worry about y value. Y value is fixed as 3. Similarly, how to find x value? Now think little logically, you will get the answer. This is nothing but x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 means, can I say that from here to here there is a distance of 2 units, right? There is a distance of 2 units. That means that this entire distance, can I say like this, sir? Think little logically. Definitely I am damn sure that you will not find any difficulty in getting the answer for this kind of questions. Can I say that this distance from point P to this mirror, What is the distance from point P to this mirror? There is a distance of 2 units, right? From point P to this mirror, there is a distance of 2 units. Okay, there is a small mistake which I have done in this question, sir. Kindly ignore this. I will come back to this question. Do not worry about this point.